What's going on? It's your man Joe Budden, one quarter of the group Slaughterhouse, and you are now checking out The Stash. Out right now, Some Love Lost. Please go get it if you don't have it. Great project. Well, the last joint was a full-length album called No Love Lost. And this is continuing the series, but the content is a tad bit different, and that's because life is a tad bit different. This is classic, introspective, vintage Joe Budden. And while I would like to feel that some of that was on the last album, this entire body of work is a concept project about love, with a spin on it, from my unique, twisted, warped, complex brain. The love and hip-hop crowd wants to see Joe Budden. Joe Budden fans can give a fuck about that. They need to hear me. This is for them. You know what? If I would have continued Some Love Lost and recorded 6 more songs, this would have been Muzik 5. I mean, I still would have titled it that, but it would have played that way. All Love Lost, I'm not going to call it Muzik 5, because maybe one day, eventually, sometime down the line, there will be a Muzik 5. I don't know. But Muzik, man, the fans ask for that. It doesn't come around very often. Like, we do it every 3 years, 4 years. Like, that's a staple. Like, it's just become part of who I am. So I did say many years ago that if I did a 5, it would be the last one. So I'm in no rush to do the 5. There's never a time where I wanted to talk about something and didn't feel ready to. That's not, no. When I talk about it, well, when I'm ready to talk about it, I'm talking about it. I'm not holding it. But this project is extremely personal. Actually, all of the content is personal on this project. And as you listen to it, I think you'll be able to hear that. You know, it's interesting, man. My music applies to so many different people. Like, the fans refer to me as a demented therapist. Like, while it is in music form, it's for a select group of people, it really is like audio therapy. Now, wherever you are in life, whether you be in jail, whether you're struggling with depression, whether you're struggling with addiction and pills, whether you're struggling with relationship problems, like, my music covers a lot of the things that probably are taboo in the mainstream. Like, you don't want to hear about that shit while you're in the club. You don't want to listen to it. You don't want to think about it. You want to go to a club. You want to hear music to help you escape that. Not many people want to hear someone say, hey, I'm going through that too, except for Joe Budden fans. So it's special. Well, I mean, there's a time and a place for everything. I think Drake does a great job at that. Like, Fab, he does a great job at that. You know, there's some guys out there that feed their mainstream casual listeners, and they feed their hardcore fans. So you just gotta find a balance. This wasn't the time or place for hot, catchy hooks and 12 8-bar verses. No, I'm very long-winded and I had a lot to say. And again, you can see that if you just look at the time length next to the songs on the project. 8-minute songs, 6-minute songs, the 5-minute songs, no hook at all, so they all over 100 bars. I'm gonna have a hard time performing some of these records tonight. I'm coming down with a cold, takes a lot of breathing, and you just rapping. I'm doing this tonight might be the most rapping I've ever done at a show of mine. And I look forward to it. Well, Hollow and I were both faced with a decision to make. There were those headset mics, and they weren't working very well. So we had a decision to make, to either go with that mic or go with a handheld mic. I felt like my words were extremely important, so I went with the handheld mic, which made my performance lack. He chose to go with the headset, so I didn't really hear him so great, but his performance was better. So he outperformed me, I outbarred him. I outbar him any day of the week. Overall, the battle I felt like was overwhelming. I think, you know, if I had the time, I would love to do it again, but unfortunately I do not. You know, it's a learning experience. You know, people, I've been asked in interviews, yo, do you wish you could do it over and not have dropped the mic? No, I don't wish that. I want that to happen the exact same way, because now I know next time what not to do. Makes sense. That's what we have tomorrow for, so we can learn. I don't underestimate the preparation that it takes to do that. Like, and it takes you to get in a certain mind state. It takes you to want to really kill the guy. Like, I don't have any animosity towards any of those guys. Like, I love them all. So I don't know if I could do that and get in that vein. I'm going to always mention Stack Bundles. That's my guy. That's my fellow. We came up together. We rapped together on many of occasions. Gone Too Soon, The Best to Never Do It, Riot Squad, Squad Up. Like, I'm going to rep Stack to the day that I'm with him. Some Love Lost. Would love for you to hear it. Would love for you to listen to it, stream it, Spotify it, Shazam it, do something with it. And hopefully it makes you feel something. Whether you love it, hate it, however you feel. As long as you feel something, my job is done.